try and do this Sister Speedy because... Why? Why am I doing it fast again? Oh yeah, because we only have an hour to get all three of us ready, and
yeah, because like I'll do my base makeup and then
I'm not finished.
Yeah.
Stuff and you can do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna help them do all their bruising and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing just before I do it, and then I'm gonna
like speed it up or like not skip it, but like speed it up.
Because I don't want to be talking a lot because it's early in the morning and we just don't want that for us, you know. So
can you pass me that foundation over there, please?
Just a bit about the characters. I'm gonna be Mike Munroe, who's one of the characters out of Until Dawn. I don't really have his costume down to a T, like I don't have a white vest or a white top, so don't come at me. But Sam, you're gonna be Emily. I don't know her last name.
Emily Davis, I think.
Emily Davis. And Evie's gonna be Jess. So all characters out of the Walking Dead, no, Until Dawn. So yeah, I love being a beauty guru now. But yeah, we're gonna be Mike has a bruise under his eye, and I want it to look very natural and not too much. So I'm just gonna be taking the brightest red, and I'm just gonna put the base on.
I hope my eyebrows look good today because.
Okay, I like the placement of this. I'm leaving, as you can see, I've missed some of that because normally bruises have natural like yellowy like shades to them, especially if they're fresh bruises, and that's what I'm sort of going for. So I've just done the red and I'm gonna blend it out with my fingers and just try and make it look natural, and you can see the shape. I've tried going more natural with it anyway, so. Okay, so that's the lightest shade. As you can see, it already looks a bit like has different shades in it, and that's because I've missed some out, and my dark under eye works well anyway. So next we're gonna take the next shade up, which is this one in the corner. It's more of an orangey, so because it's an orange and not a red, I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm just gonna have a little bit in some of the areas. So here, I'd have some here. You just have to think about the impact and stuff, and like it's really a trial and error thing. Like I've had to try this 3 times. I'll show you. This was the first attempt, which wasn't that great. I went a bit overboard. This was the second attempt, and then this is the third one for the actual day. So yeah, and sometimes it looks better on camera, and sometimes it looks worse, doesn't it? But yeah, I think I'm good. That's all I'm going to do with that shade because it's quite an orangey coral one, so I don't want to overuse it. Next one, we're going to jump straight to the darker colours. And the good thing about layering it is, if you cover it with too much dark, you can always go back in with a lighter shade. And then finally, the very, very darkest red in the palette. Also, I wanted to go for a very like fresh, bruised, like swollen look because in the game the characters have just had the impacts and stuff, like they're experiencing it still, so like, but yeah, I didn't want an old bruise, and that's why I'm using more of the red, yellow tones and oranges, because a bruise to begin with is like swollen and red, isn't it? Not just purple. Okay, I think I like that. I'm just gonna go in again off camera with a bit more of the lighter reds and just make it look natural, because this bit needs to be blended out more. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking this cream paint, and from the reference photos, you can see he's got blood coming down from his mouth and blood coming up here. So I've done more of the runny bright red blood as fresh blood here coming out of the mouth, and then I've done some of the darker like as though the lips have been chapped and like, oh hello, Okay, so off camera I've done the cut here that Mike has. It's kind of a fresh wound, and then he has this one which is like a bloodier version of the bruise. So yeah, I'm happy with how this looks. Now I've just got to do the dirt and stuff. Using these, they look more grey on camera and in real life, don't they? But they like come out as a like a brownish, and then the dark brown will be using that. So yeah, I'm going to be using that to create just some dirt effects.
This is the time where I can't do the other eye.
Oh no. But yeah, that's
Honestly, I'm quite good at eyeliner.
What I'm basically doing is just rubbing some on and just patting it.
Does my eyeliner look even?
Yes.
Yes!
Also, I would say just look at your reference photo as much as you can, but you don't have to go off it 100%. It's more for the placement. So I knew for Mike, he has a bruise here, he has like a black eye, he has a gash here, almost as though there's been an impact and there's been cutting, and then a scrape across here, and then blood coming out of the mouth, and they're the main details, but it doesn't need to look exactly perfect. Okay, so I think that's the look almost done. I'm just going to go in with a sponge, a clean sponge, and I'm going to get rid of any excess of the dirt that maybe I put too much on. So yeah, I will be back. Well, that's basically it. Okay, so we're just taking the same palette and we're just going to do some for Evie's character, Jess. I don't know her last name, but yeah.
Jessica Riley.
Oh, Jessica Riley. I love that. Right, so I'm basically just taking the same colours, the reds for the bruise that I did here, and I'm going to do it on her cheek. Okay, so this is the bruise I've done on Evie's face. Actually, I really like that. It's a good placement, and as you can see, we've got the darker areas concentrated onto the cheekbone, because that's obviously where it would be more impact. Okay, again, so I'm gonna do the same thing on Sam, but up here, across her forehead. So, we're literally just gonna get the same palette, same colours, and do what I did on mine and Evie's, and we're gonna repeat that for Sam. So we have the bruising effect again on Sam, and then we're just gonna take this bloody red cream paint again, and then we're just gonna add it on to the higher points to make definition. So yeah, that is the finished look. It might not look exactly the same as Mike Munroe's, but I think it's an okay job. But yeah, if you want to see my vlog for this look and what it contributed to the like day out with my friends, then there will be a link in the description. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.